The subject of imposing costs on coercive behavior in maritime Asia is a complicated subject. Some of the best advice that we've heard from our workshops breaks it down into very basic questions, namely, what are the strengths and weaknesses of the United States, of China, and other countries in Asia Pacific? What are the points of leverage, the decisive points of leverage that the United States, allies, and partners can bring in trying to impose costs and ensure that there are consequences on bad behavior in either the East or South China Seas or in maritime Asia in general? And thirdly, how does the United States, along with allies, along with other partners, apply the leverage? How do we do this in the context of a strategy that is trying to engage and integrate with a rising China and a more integrated United States in the Indo-Pacific region, and yet at the same time make sure that there are costs imposed on bad behavior? This is the premium challenge that we're facing right now in Asia Pacific. It is not World War III. It is a matter of these gray zone problems and challenges that we're facing. These incremental salami tactics that China in particular has been nibbling away at trying to create new facts in the water, on the ground, and in the air, in especially the South and East China Sea. And we don't have an effective response to this, even while we agree with China that we want to engage in cooperation. We want to grow trade. We want to even engage in more effective military confidence building measures. There's a very tentative nature, a transitory nature to the agreements that have been signed and struck and talked about at the summit meetings in Asia in the month of November. And the proof will really be on the implementation of these agreements. These are steps in the right direction, but they can be vitiated very quickly by actions on the water, in the air, when there's a refusal or inability to answer the phone, when there's no agreement on what an exclusive economic zone is, where it begins and ends. Those are going to be the hard questions that the United States and China will face, along with others in the region with respect to China. So this is going to be a long-haul challenge for the United States and the region. How to cooperate, and yet how to hold the line on coercive behavior. We think imposing costs on bad behavior is one part of an overall strategy that the United States, allies, and partners should be undertaking in this region. And we hope by the month of March 2015 to put out some policy recommendations for the United States and others in the region that would be useful steps in the right direction to curb coercive behavior and to hopefully add to stability and to peace.